What kind of voice am I doing for this? Am I doing a Gilbert Gottfried?
Whatever you want to do that won't wear you out there, friend.
I'll get a good 2 sentences in as Gilbert, and then I'll pass out. Have you heard Gilbert Gottfried?
Have you heard Gilbert Gottfried's Seinfeld impression?
Yes. Oh my God. Wait, no. I'm thinking
No,
about something completely different. It's even worse.
We heard his interpretation of that. Was that book, the sexy book?
Oh, 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah, his reading of that. Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
True masterpiece.
All right. Anyways, this weekend we are running Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, which using the Deadlands subset of rules. And the Deadlands is pretty much a alternative history, slightly magical, slightly Call of Cthulhu, slightly steampunk version of the Wild West. In it, we have things like zombies and demons and magic and clockwork guns and whatnot. But in this case, we're just going to do an easy little adventure. So the 5 of you find yourselves for various reasons traveling along the Skyline Express, heading, in this case, you guys are heading west. You're trying to leave the east and head west, heading towards the distant lands of California, and currently you are passing through Colorado. At the very first, we have Alison Blanche, being played by Ashlee, who's in the background, as Richard and Ashlee are currently sharing a computer. Followed by, we have Hogan, the explorer, played by Richard. We have Caroline, played by Miranda. And a prospector. We have Michael playing Gentleman Johnny Marcone, who is a gambler and a gunslinger. And finally, we have Sir Reginald Longbottom, an English explorer that has come to explore the western United States. So,
Hello.
very good. So the 5 of you are on the Skyline Express heading through Colorado. You had briefly disembarked as the train was taking a momentary break before the voyage continues. Some cargo was unloaded, some passengers, and a whole row of new passengers were loaded on, and more cargo. Many of you are traveling west for various different reasons. Most of you, though, to get out of the imperialism of the East, where civilization is beginning to rule once more. So, of you guys, who here's bought a ticket in the sleeping car, and who here's bought a cheaper ticket in the standard sitting car? So one
I'll go in the
Ashlee
standard sitting car.
in the sleeping car, one Michael in the sitting car. Miranda,
Sitting.
sitting car, nice and cheap. Richard,
Do I look like I have that kind of money?
sitting car. And finally, Sir Reginald Longbottom, do you have a private sleeping quarters, or are you in the sitting section?
Do they have first class upon this vessel?
That would be the private sleeping quarters, yes, with your own private bed.
That's your interpretation of first class, and I suppose we'll have to do.
Perfect. All right, Phil. Then Phil and Ashlee are in the first-class sleeping quarters, and the rest of you are slumming it in the chairs. All right. I just need to know that for no reason whatsoever. All right.
What?
So, how Savage Worlds works is it's not like D&D where you roll a d20 and you add numbers to it to try to succeed. Instead, how Savage World works is each of your attributes and skills has a dice from a d4 to a d12, and the bigger the number, obviously, the better it is. And how it works is you roll that, and you're trying to roll a 4 or higher to succeed at pretty much anything. And for every 4 points over 4 that you get, it's an additional point of success. So you're starting with a d4, which means that if you are trying to like shoot someone with a D4, you only hit if you roll a 4. But if you have like a D8, you have a much higher chance of rolling a 4. There are some other things that come into account, like cover and whatnot, but generally that's how it works. So bigger dice, higher chance that you roll over a 4. That simple. Very basic.
Is that the same for weapons and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Shoot.
So.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. No, okay. All good.
Now,
so-
is that the same for a shotgun?
It is the same for damage. So to damage someone, when you roll damage dice, you want to roll 4s or higher. Yeah. But this game also uses exploding dice. If you roll maximum on a dice, that's called an ace, and you get to roll another dice.
Nice.
And you get to add it. And if you roll maximum again, you get to roll it again, which is why you can be one-shot by a knife. Because if you get stabbed and they get a 6, and then another 6, and then another 6, that's 3 wounds, you're probably dead. Because everyone has 3 wounds, so... Anyways, let's have a fun little train adventure, because I know we all like trains. As you guys reboard the train and return to your private rooms or your chairs, you hear the hustle and bustle of people moving around. On taking their seats, you hear cargo being loaded on, and you hear the toot, the choo-choo of the train signaling it will be departing in 5 minutes. Before the train departs, is there anything anyone wants to do? Phil, is there anything you want to do
Yes.
on the train before it departs?
Who are the folks around me? Can I look at them and see what their deal is?
Yeah. So you look around the private car up in front. Now, since you've been riding on this for at least a few days, you know that the 2 people in the bunks in front of you, so these 2 down
Vampire.
here, the woman and the man, they are just the 2 nighttime. One's the nighttime engineer, and the other one's the nighttime conductor for the train. So they sleep during the day, and then during night they drive.
They cover up for vampires.
Yes, they cover up for vampires. Thank you.
As you do.
Do I know of any of the other people around here?
You haven't met the other 3, but you have met Alison, Blanche, your fellow player character, as both of you have been riding the train for a few days, so you probably introduce yourself as you are a good gentleman.
Yes, indeed.
And finally, you do know this guy here who paces through all the trains, as he's the conductor and he is checking everyone's tickets. As he passes by you guys in first class, he says, "Good morning," and then he carries on.
Hello. Bit of a dodgy looking gent.
He's very gruff, but as long as you're a paying passenger, he's been pretty friendly.
Okay, fair enough. Are there windows and stuff?
There are no windows in the sleeping train. There are just 2 doors.
Okay, where do the doors lead, just in case?
The far door down to your left leads towards the coal carriage, and then the actual locomotive. And then the door to your right just leads back towards all the common folk. And then at the back,
Yes.
so there's 2 train carriages actually here. Momentarily, just so you guys have a full idea of the train, I will give you guys full token vision of the whole train. So that way you can just generally see what the whole train's layout is. So it goes pretty
Oddly shaped
much...
train.
Okay.
Well, it goes locomotive, coal, sleeping, seating, eating, kitchen, and then 2 little storage ones at the back.
Cool.
Okay. Since you guys have been here for a few days, you would have gotten a lay of what the train looks like.
And where's the bathroom?
It's called you walk between train cars and you pee. Or you poop.
Checks
That's
out.
why it stinks.
No, you do it while the train's moving.
And the
You just
train
hold on
runs
to the
over it.
bars.
It's all under the
Yeah.
undercarriage.
Yeah, it does.
It's wood.
I'm
It's
pretty
soaked
sure-
in.
In
There's no
actuality,
toilet paper
it was
out there.
proper,
They're just not wiping.
but it was more it went straight onto the tracks or something. I don't know.
Look, I didn't draw a toilet on this map. I forgot, okay? Anyways. So Phil, Alison, is there anything you two want to do in your train car?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Very good. And then moving on, in the back in the commoners, there's Richard, Michael, and Miranda. Is there anything you three are doing back here?
Anybody up for a nice game of cards?
Michael, make a persuasion roll.
Nobody's answering me, so yes, I will have to make a persuasion roll. Roll.
Yep. Sorry, I think I additionally rolled just as a test. Okay, ignore my roll. Alright,
Okay.
so you actually rolled. Oh, you got a critical. You got an ace. That's why it rolled a additional. So while you do have just a D4 at everything, as you guys are heroes, you also have a wild die. So whenever you roll anything, you also roll an additional D6, and then you just take whichever result is higher. So if you're just rolling a simple D4, you're also rolling a D6. It's just because you guys are heroic characters, it gives you a higher chance of succeeding. So, Michael, you look around and you ask anyone if they want to play cards, and in front of you, I could have sworn I turned on the pointer module, but apparently I didn't. So, sorry, I'll make sure that's working for the campaign. But anyways, so in front of you, the woman in front of you, she looks over her shoulder at you and she looks a little bit intrigued and she agrees to play some cards with you. The guy opposite you, he looks over.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it's against my religion to gamble. I hope you have a good time, though.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Can't expect everybody to appreciate the pleasures of a fine game of poker.
And I'll turn dynamic lighting back on. And then behind you, this somewhat nicely dressed man comes over. I got plenty of money to burn. Okay. So while he's doing that, Richard, well, what are you doing?
I'm gonna roll. I'm guessing notice is basically like perception.
Yeah.
I'm a little suspicious of the three nicely dressed people in the regular cabin. Oh, there it is. You clicked that one.
Yep, you've
Roll.
clicked. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
But neither of those are a
What the?
success. So,
Oh, you can you see that?
no, you can play with your
Oh,
own
okay.
dice. We don't see it though. So, the other thing is, you might notice in the bottom left, you have a little number next to your name, and also in your character sheet, you have a bunch of tokens. What those are called pennies, and you can use them to re-roll a roll that you failed, and you can also use them to try to resist damage. You only get them back at the end of the session, so I would not recommend wasting. But they are, so pretty much each character has 3 tokens. The reason you have 6, Richard, is because you have 2 characters.
Nice.
So-
You're gonna need all those.
Yeah, so you use them to re-roll anything, including damage rolls, and you can roll them to resist on incoming damage to not take wounds. Okay. Anyways, so you look around and you try to eye up these 3 nicely dressed individuals, but you don't really get much from them. You just think they're just weirdly nicely dressed individuals riding back in coach. You don't really learn anything. And Miranda, what are you doing?
What can I really do about it?
Well, you can explore the train car, you can try to get to know someone, or you can just rest up.
I'll just keep resting.
Okay. Alright, then. And as you guys finish up your actions, you hear the choo-choo of the train as the carriages shake and rumble as the train begins meandering down the tracks. Michael, do you want to make a gambling roll?
Sure thing.
Are you cheating?
Not to start out with.
Okay.
Cheating comes later.
Mm-hmm. Damn, you rolled terribly.
Yeah, I did. But that's okay. You gotta get them drawn in with winning first, and then.
Well, you start
You kill them and take their money.
You start losing money, Michael. Let's say you lose $10. You're down to
Drat.
11.
Drat.
The woman's holding her own, but the guy is cleaning you out for your $10, and he comments, and here I thought I'd lose my money in the West, not be gaining some.
Well, it's a land of fortune for us all.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do say.
That they do say. Alright. So, the train begins rumbling on. It'll be a few hours until the next stop, as you guys have to climb a small mountain and descend past a boulder, and then cross a lake. So, it might be a little bit of travel time. So, as the train's rumbling on, some of the passengers begin moving around. In the back of the train, before the cargo cars, there is a kitchen where you can order food if anyone wants to order any food.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Richard?
Oh yeah.
Where do I look at my money?
I'm pretty certain your money is, I'll just say you have $25.
Perfect.
He wanted to say you have no money, but then he wasn't that cruel.
No. You go into the back car with the little dining area. Yeah, actually, since there's no combat going on, just for the sake of everyone seeing what's going on, I'll just leave dynamic lighting off for now. So, you go back into the back car. You see these two very dirty, filthy looking men, very hard workers, sitting around a table, just sort of eating a pretty big meal. Well, they've been ordering lots of cured meats and venison and some very nice pastries, and they're making a big mess on their dirty clothes as they eat. But yeah, so you go up to the kitchen then? To the kitchen booth?
I'm gonna... Yeah.
Alright. Out comes the cook. You met him previously, as you've been here for a little bit of time. He walks out carrying a tray of small cupcakes, and he walks over and he puts it down on the table in front of the two men, and he comes over chuckling to himself.
Oh, hi there. How's it going? You're looking for some grub?
And his name's Harold. Harold Buchanan. He's a middle-aged man with some balding hair and a big belly.
Do you want something
Yeah.
to drink, or do you want something to eat there, friend?
What's on the menu, Harold?
Oh, well, the larder is only half full. They didn't have that much food for us to pick up, but let's see. We got some. We got some fresh chicken. We got some more bacon, and we got a very nice venison pot pie. I would offer you some pastries or some cakes, but those two men over there have ordered all of them.
I want the bacon and a pot pie.
Perfect. That will be $2.
Hand him the money.
Okay, you hand him the $2 and he pockets it and he gives you a big smile and he goes off to get you food. While he's preparing your food, is there anything else you want to do?
No, not really.
Okay. I'm gonna give you an additional penny for eating a full meal. So you now have 7. Well, you have 4 actually as 3, but you know. All right. Meanwhile,
I'll take the first answer.
back to Phil. Phil, what is Sir Reginald doing? Do you want to move about the train? Do you want to look out windows? Do you want to communicate with anyone? What do you want to do?
I'd like to communicate with my fellow humans, please.
Okay. Yes. Who would you like to
whoever
communicate
would
with?
seem the most knowledgeable of the local area that we're traveling to
Okay.
would be best.
Okay. Well, is it in your train car?
Sure, we can start there.
Okay. Can you make me a in this case, can you roll me a notice? See if you can notice who's the most knowledgeable here.
I can do that by rolling it. There we go.
Yep, that's so the 6 is a success as it's over 4. Well, it's a 4 or higher. So
Very cool.
you look around and you see that two of you, as you look around, you know that Alison isn't very knowledgeable of this area. She's down from Ashlee. Where is your character from? I'm thinking with a character like that, maybe like New Orleans.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
The
Tennessee.
South somewhere.
Down from the south somewhere.
Norland.
So she's not very
Florida.
knowledgeable on the West. But and then in the booth next to her, you meet Penelope Brown. She's a pretty redhead, but she seems very she seems very that she's been kind of locked up most of her childhood and well taken care of, but not really educated in the actual how the world works. So she doesn't really have any information, but she would happily talk to you if you wanted.
No, I want someone that I can get information from.
Okay.
What about the two fellows above them?
So the two fellows above, on the left, you have the fantastic. Okay, so on the left you have he introduces himself. He's wearing slightly dirty and worn out clothes. They are of a higher tier. They're like an actual business suit. He introduces himself. Greetings, sir. I'm Gregory Dawson, and he has a carefully groomed black hair and a small mustache. If you are looking for information about the West, I'd be more than happy to assist you. You see, I am trying to track down some ancient buried Indian treasure, and I'm heading out towards Arizona to go hunting for it.
Fellow hunter, I see. Wow.
Exactly.
Maybe hunting different things. I see we have a common bond with that, yes.
Yes, I am a treasure hunter by name and by reputation.
Well, I'm a hunter of magnificent beasts. In fact, the reason I'm here in the West Americas is I heard of a beast by the name of a hippopotamus, half hippo, half elephant. Don't suppose
Really?
you've seen one of those anywhere?
I personally have not, but maybe they have those sorts of things down in Mexico.
I see. Well, as soon as I heard of such a magnificent beast, I immediately thought to myself, I must kill one. They must die. So, if you know of anybody else in this train car that might know where I can find such a creature, then please tell me.
I personally do not know of anyone who might know of such a creature, but I did hear that there is a reporter on the train. She's back in one of the other cars, if you want to ask her. I think her name was Miss Merritt was her name. She boarded at the same time I did.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
No problem, sir, and I hope that you have a good hunt.
Yeah, same to you. Very good. All right.
Oh, sir, before you go, you are an Englishman, though, correct?
Greatest country in the world, my dear.
Of course, of course. You wouldn't by any chance have any contacts with some of the museum curators in London, would you? As a treasure hunter, I am hoping to return to gift some items to the great Empire of England.
Oh, I see. Would I, Seth?
You could. I mean, you are very old, you probably. And you are very noble, you probably. What do you think?
I was going to say that I've been disgraced because I killed so many creatures, but I think back then, I think they would have applauded such a thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in their good books.
Yeah. You know, sir, I actually do have 2 acquaintances who are trappers who are heading out west who are helping me on my job. If you would be so kind to help me with my job, I would be more than happy to have them and my contacts assist you with your hippopotafoot. I would be certainly inclined to have my people help you. If you could help me with my little job and then, help me with getting it sent off to England and properly taken care of.
Yes. Sounds splendid, my lad. Yes, very good.
Yeah, perfect. Then, do you have any plans for dinner by any chance?
No, I don't.
Good, then why don't you join us for dinner? In a few
I
hours?
hope they're serving big game.
I'm sure they will be.
Okay, cool. Very good.
Alright. He goes back to his notebook where he is jotting something down. Alright. Anything else, Phil? Or are you just going to hang out until dinner time?
Well, I'll speak to the reporter at some point, but
Okay.
you can go to somebody else if
Okay.
you like.
Ashlee, as Alison, is there anything you would like to do while the train is traveling?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So while you're relaxing there then, from the bedroom beside you, out comes Penelope Brown, and she is very intrigued to learn about you and where you've come from. Do you humor her, or do you tell her that you're gonna have a nap and close your doors?
I'll probably just nap because out of character, I don't actually know shit about this town.
That's fine. You don't have to have an
It's
in-character
hot, I guess.
conversation. You can just tell me that you and her talk, or you don't talk. It's up to you.
Ashlee just whispered, you couldn't hear it on the other mic. She wants to shoot her in the face.
No, no. No.
She wants to pull a Derringer, shoot her in the face, while simultaneously going, "Ew, disgusting!"
Okay.
Squashing her like a bug.
Why don't you have a character like that?
All
So
right.
I'm remaking my character. I'm gonna be a dude in drag.
Yeah.
So you're
It's
taking
gonna be my
a nap.
character with a wig.
A nap. Moving through the commoners' seating comes the conductor. And he's checking people's tickets, and he checks the Mormons' tickets. And then he looks over at you, Michael. At you, Mr. Gentleman. And he
Oh, I do
walks
have a
over and he motions for you to leave your little game and come talk to him.
this is the conductor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, what seems to be the problem there? Conductor, I'm in the middle of something here. And I mean to make my money back.
I hope you do, considering you still owe me.
Do I know you?
You can't play dumb with me. We passed through that Union checkpoint and I didn't rat you out. So, considering you're such a famous gambler, I want $50 by the time we get to California, or I'm turning you over to the marshals.
Well, I'm sure we can come to an arrangement that makes us all happy.
Exactly, $50.
Right. Right, well then I better get back to my game then.
As you should, sir.
I need to get some gambling going on.
Meanwhile, the conductor walks up to you. Ooh, Caroline.
Ticket, ma'am.
I just hand him my ticket.
He eyes it and he checks it.
Where did you buy this ticket, ma'am?
Where were we a few days ago? I don't know.
Really, this ticket doesn't look valid to me. Are you sure you didn't make this ticket up yourself?
It is valid.
Uh-huh.
Check it again.
He eyes it and he holds it up to the window.
I don't know, it looks pretty fake to me. How about you buy a new ticket for $10?
No, that I bought my ticket. That is my ticket, and it is real ticket.
His eyes narrow.
Are you causing a commotion, ma'am?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Miranda, would you like to roll something?
Yep, sure. What do I roll?
Persuasion. Mm-hmm.
How do I
Just
do?
click
Stuff
on
like it?
the actual word, yeah. It should just roll.
Oh no, click on the number.
Alright, okay. There you go.
Nope.
Nope. He takes the ticket and he tears it in half.
That'll be $10, ma'am.
Okay, well then reluctantly I'll hand him $10.
Thank you, ma'am. You know, a fine woman such as yourself should be careful and should ride up in first class. Should consider buying a first class ticket. They're harder to forge next time.
He tips his hat.
I just say I can handle myself just fine, thank you.
Of course.
And he walks off back into the back. Alright. Hogan, you're making another notice check, I say? Reggie?
No.
What were you noticing?
I was gonna see if I could notice that bullshittery that just happened back there.
No, because you failed. Alright. So with that, the conductor does his lap and everyone has gotten... Richard's gotten his food. Phil is moving to the back of the train to talk to the reporter. And is there any... And Michael, I'll let you make one more gambling check before we move on.
Goody.
I mean, that is a success. Michael, you managed to remake your $10.
Oh, that's good then.
Back up to 21. Another $29 before the conductor can be bribed. Meanwhile, Phil, you come to the back of the train and you speak with the reporter. Phil, do you want to roll me a persuasion?
Mm-hmm. Okay, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Get that roll?
There it is.
There we go.
Okay, so you managed to talk her away from the game of cards, much to Mr. Gentleman's sadness. And you can ask her a few questions before we move on to the next part of the adventure.
I had her in the palm of my hand.
You did. You were about to win $50 from her, and then she picked up her money and she walked off to talk to Sir Reginald. You know, it has been quite a while since I have met such a distinguished gentleman, a knighted sir from England. My name is Denise Merritt. I'm a freelance reporter.
Well, there. Pleasure to meet you, madam.
Why, thank you.
You do know why I was knighted, don't you?
No, I do not know. Why were you knighted, sir?
Am I not famous in these lands? I sure am back home. I killed a minotaur, half man, half cow. It was charging straight at me, and I slew it.
Wow, a real life minotaur? I've not heard of one of those. And she starts
saved the queen
scribbling
herself.
notes. You saved the queen from a minotaur? My word,
Sure
that
did.
is heroic.
Yes, write all that down.
Yes, of course, I'm also a novelist. Your life sounds very interesting.
Well, I'll be a pleasure to take you to dinner one time and tell you all about it.
I would like that, sir. And she just continues scribbling down notes. Alright.
Tell me, have you seen any kind of hippopotamus anywhere?
I've never even heard of one of those good sir. What?
Yeah,
Are they rare?
never mind then. Well, according to legend, they exist somewhere here in the west coast of the Americas.
Wow. And you are hunting for one. Are you planning on taking it to a zoo once you trap it?
Zoo, my dear. And then I walk away.
Okay.
Are you like the guy in Red Dead Redemption for the naturalist role?
Probably, or the guy from Jumanji.
You need to work on your safari accent if you want to be the guy from Jumanji.
What's the safari accent? I don't remember.
You know, upper class, posh, British, lord type with a pith helmet.
That's what I was doing. Am I not doing that?
I thought Phil was doing very, very well. Anyways,
Oh,
so
no, you're doing pretty well.
the men you talked to earlier, Phil, go into the food car and they get set up and they each separately get set up to eat. Is anyone else going into the food car or wants to try to stretch their legs and sneak into the cargo cars before we move on?
I will try and sneak into the cargo.
So, Miranda's the only one wanting to try to sneak into the cargo car?
What was the purpose of doing so?
Because she's bored.
No, my purpose is I want to see what treasures, if any, is like hiding in amongst all that sort of thing. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, do you want to roll stealth? Just because pretty much the cargo cars are through the kitchen, so you can either try to get someone else to distract the chef and you can sneak past him, or you can just try sneak passing him while he's working. What do you want to do?
Or should I just try sneak?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
That's a very bad sneaking. So you try sneaking past him, and he turns and he swats at you with a spatula. What do you think you're doing, little miss? The kitchen is off limits. If you're trying to grab yourself a snack, you better order it.
What would I roll to like interrupt and try and like I want to say like, hey, that's not where the bathroom is, and make him believe it.
Sure.
What would I roll?
In that case, you can try rolling persuasion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which you don't have a great stat. You can give it a... Okay, no, that works. Yeah. Yeah, he pauses and he looks over at you. Oh, little miss, you're looking for the bathroom. Oh, you're probably looking for some privacy. I mean, if you want, you can go toilet back behind the... Not very many people are behind the kitchen, but... And I'm so sorry. And he plushes and he like kind of rubs his hands. Would you like a cookie when you're done? I can get you the finest chocolate chip and oatmeal cookie for my rudeness.
Oh, that would be lovely.
All right, very good. And he lets you past.
Does this mean I will now have a time limit? Because
Eventually, he'll be like, she's been going poop a while.
She takes
Yeah.
really big poops.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls another 4 in persuasion.
Good God.
All right. So, Miranda,
hmm
you sneak into the cargo. Meanwhile, Alison, are you just going to keep napping? If you keep napping, Alison, I'll give you another Benny point. From all your hard rest. Okay. So you and Richard both have 4. So, Miranda, you sneak into the back car. You find yourself surrounded by barrels, locked trunks, cargo crates, racks of books, and boxes filled with various consumable items.
Nothing of value though, just all sort of standard.
You don't roll notice.
Nope.
As you look around, you notice that there's a few things looking slightly weird. There's a few like there's a big box in the very middle that sort of been separated from everything else. It's kind of hard to miss. If you'd succeeded, I would give you more details on it, but I will give you a few details. You see that the box is covered with big black chains and padlocks, and there's kind of painted on the side of it is property of the Boston Museum. Do not open.
Can I go up to it and tap it? See if it sounds hollow.
Mm-hmm. You can go up to it and tap it. You tap on it, and it sounds it does sound hollow. There's an echoing sound that sort of echoes through it, and then as you sit there listening, you hear from the inside of the box answer you.
So it knocks back.
Yeah, the box knocks back.
I don't really know what to do.
If you want, you can just hang out there and think for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Phil, are you going to join your new friend in the back for food?
I will, yes.
All right. Alison's resting and getting a additional Benny. Michael, you've been getting to know the guy you've been playing with. His name is Alan. Alan.
Oh, that's
But yeah,
not Alan. That's
His
Steve.
name is Alan. He's a well-dressed young man in his mid-20s, and he has an air of confidence and self-assuranceness. Yes, and he wears
Nice.
a nice suit. But you do notice as you're playing cards with him that his hands are very rough from hard work. And you ask him what he does, and he says he is a museum liaison from Boston.
What's in the box?
What's he headed out west for?
Smoke.
Oh, I'm heading out west with some cargo. We are returning it to Mexico so they can return it to South America. It was a item that was lifted by some conquistadors. Fairly boring. Just some rocks.
And what brings you to transport just some rocks all the way back to Mexico?
Well, you see, I am very low in the hierarchy at the museum, so and it is a cultural artifact. Has a bunch of some sort of South American cultures like writings on it, some like hieroglyphics or whatever, pictures. So they want it back, and the U.S. government wants more allies. So it's a good thing, I guess. Shrugs.
First time I've ever heard of a museum giving back stuff.
Well, apparently it's not very interesting. Rocks are boring. They're not like gold.
Oh, that is true. That is true. I ain't never heard of anybody who went and paid money to go see some rocks.
Precisely. Alright. Then we shall move on to part 2. Unless, Miranda, you have one last action. You want to do anything?
Yes, what I wanted to do was, can I use my pickaxe to like hit it with, so I can make a hole, so I can see what's in it?
Uh-huh. Yes, you can.
What do I roll?
Make me a straight strength roll. I think if you just click on strength and click roll, but like the strength, yeah. Yeah, that works. Yeah, you take your pick and you hit the crate pretty hard, and your mining pickaxe punches a hole into it, and there's a very soft release of air and a small hissing sound.
I peek inside.
Sure, you move up and you peek inside, and with the little bit of light that there is, you see lots of metal iron bars. So inside of the crate is a big wrought iron cage, and in the middle of the cage is this stone-like altar. It's about the size of a person. You see that the altar looks like it's open, like it was more like a coffin. And as you look around, you see dangling from the ceiling of the iron bars is a humanoid figure wearing green limestone and feathers and vines, and his eyes are glowing red, and he's wearing a green limestone mask in the shape of a jaguar. And he's staring at the hole that you've just made.
I'm just gonna back away.
Alright, you back away. Meanwhile, the train
Hello.
starts to slow down.
Ooh.
And you see everyone sort of look around, and you hear from up ahead there's suddenly some whistling sound from the engine compartment. And Hogan, the bartender and Chef Harold, looks up, and he says, "Those are warning alarms. Something's wrong with the track. We should probably..." And he's interrupted Miranda. As you are moving between cars, you suddenly hear a resounding, unmistakable sound of an explosion coming from the front of the train, and suddenly the entire train rocks and shakes. Fire and smoke fills the air, and everyone is thrown from their chairs or from their bedding as the front of the train disintegrates and begins to fall forwards over a bridge that has been blown up. And the train cars begin to follow it. So, Miranda,
You are between the two train cars, coming back into the kitchen. Just as the explosion happens, you feel this timed explosive go off underneath and behind you, and you see that the back two train cars, the caboose and the cargo train, are separated as a small explosive cuts off the main train from those back two cars. Miranda, you have a split second. Do you want to jump onto the main train, or do you want to stay on the cargo car?
I'm gonna stick where everyone else is.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you jump back onto the main car, and the cargo car begins to roll back down the track with the box.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Meanwhile, the rest of you. Alright. Some NPCs around. Okay. So. Where's Phil? There's Phil. Oh, you should be back here. In the food car. Phil, Hogan, Harold. As you three are kind of recovering from the shock of the train jolting and chairs being flung everywhere, windows shattering and exploding, the three of you turn to find that the businessman Phil that you made a friend with is holding a revolver, and he's pointing it at the three of you, and he's shouting. Your ears are kind of ringing, so you miss the first few words. But as your hearing clears, same with you, Hogan, you hear him shouting, "You three on the ground. This here's a heist." Hogan?
Is that a fact?
Phil?
Can
What are
I
you two
see? Can I
doing?
see the guy directly, or is
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can
is
see
Reginald
him.
in the way?
Reginald's kind of on his ass trying to like get up, and you see behind the man the two bigger, gruffer men who were eating have both pulled out shotguns and are supporting him. Hogan, are you gonna just try to quick draw shoot the guy? Are we gonna turn
Yeah,
this
that's a
into
shotgun
immediate
blast right there.
combat? Okay, all right. We're just gonna turn this into immediate combat here then. So let me just.
Absolutely, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
Is it just the three dudes in front of us, or is there anybody else that we can see?
And you will also see that the fourth guy, the one you never talked to, has also drawn his gun and has joined them.
So surrounded.
Yeah, so there's 4 of them and 2 of you plus the cook. Let's say.
Okay. Can I dive out the window?
You potentially can. So, how initiative works in this game, and since Miranda, since you're nearby too, actually here, I'll just put all of you on the. Oh, there we go. Okay, mine was lagging heavily, so I might have added Miranda a few too many times. Okay. Not letting me delete the other 2. Hold on. I don't know, like Boundary lagged, so I kept clicking, and as everyone knows, when something lags, you shouldn't keep clicking, but I did, so. Michael, did I not drag you out? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Alright, add you to the initiative. And Ashlee, you'll be in the initiative even though you aren't near any enemies currently. Just because, so I'll just set up the situation. The front track in front of the train has exploded, but the conductor and the driver managed to notice the dynamite on it, so they started to try to slow down the train. So you guys weren't on top of it when it went off. But the train, the track that was blown up is over a river, and the train is slowly falling into it, dragging the train cars behind it with it. So currently, Ashlee, your train car is in the next train car that's going to be pulled into the river. So not only is there combat of these guys trying to do a heist, there's also the entire train is very quickly falling forwards into the river.
Oh.
Anyways, so how an initiative works in this is instead of rolling, you each get to draw a card. So, and we go by card order. Lowest goes first, and then highest goes last in terms of the card order. And if you get a joker, it means you get a massive bonus for your turn. So, do you guys want to draw your cards, or shall I just press the draw cards for everyone button?
Either way, it's rigged.
It's rigged from the start.
Oh.
So if you go up to the top right, there's the closed fist, which is the combat tracker. You click that, then you mouse over the card icon next to your character. You click it,
Oh, okay.
and it should draw you a card. Should.
Clicked it, it didn't work.
Oh,
Doesn't work for me.
okay.
Yeah, looks like you gotta do it, Seth.
Okay, let me go reset.
Rigged.
action.
Now yeah, definitely. You have two options. Oh no, one of them isn't working for some reason. I guess I'll
Look.
have to do it.
I didn't test this combat. This is a built-in system for Founder. I just figured it would work. Okay?
Yeah,
See.
sure, bud.
Don't give me that. Let's see.
He may be a pre-made character, but I've made an emotional bond.
Draw a card. Okay, you do have to like... Okay, drawing cards... Okay, drawing cards is not currently working. Interesting. I just click roll here. Does that work? Okay. Ugh, why is it not... Oh, now it's drawing from the... Okay, now it's going. Okay. Like how it has an even count card sound effect. Miranda, I might have to re-add you even though you're on there 3 times because like neither of yours are actually letting me draw. Hold on. I might have to just completely scrap the encounter and redo it because Miranda's one is broken. Sorry, everyone, 1 second. Momentary technical...
Oh, yeah.
Technical difficulties.
There it is.
I get a queen, and you're like, gotta re-roll, boys.
Well, the only way I could fix it is by scrapping the encounter and redoing it.
Yeah, 3 of clubs. Great.
Hey! Ashlee goes first. So,
I don't know who I'm sending a letter to, but I will send a letter.
Okay, I'll be nice here. Because Richard did call that he's shooting first. I'll put Richard at the very top. Okay?
That's
Are you
right.
happy now?
That's right.
Okay, Richard. So, your first
The
action,
American
right,
way.
is your shooting.
Scream until you get what you want.
Is your shooting, right?
Yep.
So you're firing with your shotgun. And you're shooting the guy in front, right?
Yep.
Okay. And that's with the shotgun?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, let me just click your single action. Okay, so you're at short. So if you click on the single barrel shotgun under your quick access,
Yeah.
and then you click short range for damage, please. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's a lot of damage. So let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3 successes. So that's 3 wounds. Okay, he's gonna have to. He's gonna make his vigor roll to see if he can resist at least one of them. If he doesn't, he's probably instantly dead. Okay, he resists 1, so he's not instantly dead, but you do 2 wounds to him. With a loud bang, Hogan quick draws his single barrel shotgun. The slug flies out and it hits the poor guy square in the chest. Blood spurts out as he collapses to the ground.
I'll show you how to rob a train.
Or will you now? Oh, right. It automatically draws when I press next round. Okay. Right. Never mind. Okay, so, Hogan, your shot rings out. He falls. So how this works is after a player character, I get to activate an NPC. And then after two of you, I do another one. So let's see. So you knock him down. Immediately behind him, one of the gruff guys calls out, "Boss!" And he points his 6-shooter at you, Hogan, and he fires.
Okay.
Alright. So resounding bang is a 5, which is a success. So let's see. So with ranged attacks, there's no real defense except taking cover, and you already fired. And so in this case, he shoots you, and now we roll against your toughness, which your toughness is 8 because you are fairly tough, to see how many wounds he's gonna do. Let's see. Roll. Oof. Okay, he got no successes on actually wounding you. So he shoots you, and the shot kind of grazes your arm and explodes into the wall behind you. Alright, Alison, you're up. There's a loud grinding sound as the train inches forward. You find around you, Alison, people have collapsed in the train car. You hear from beside you the woman that tried talking to you, Penelope. She's fallen out of her bed onto the ground in the middle of the hall, and there's blood gushing from the side of her head, and she appears to be unconscious.
Oh.
What would you like to do, Alison?
Kick her while she's dead. No.
Loot her body.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
no. Can we tell if she's dead?
You can tell that she's breathing, yes.
How quickly would you say that the train is sinking?
It looks like every round one of the train cars is going to move closer to being taken off. So you have about one full turn here before this train car is at the edge. And then at the end of next turn, this train car will fall into the river.
Well, the other two are fine, right?
You quickly glance at them. You see both of them are a little bit dazed, but they seem to be fine. They're both getting up and moving forward to try to rescue their comrades in the Ford train cars.
Well, let's try to pick her up and toss her off the train so she doesn't die.
Very good. All right, you move up to her and you go to pick her up. Can you make a strength check? So if you just, in your character sheet, just click the strength word. Yep. Oof.
Unfortunate.
You go to pick her up, but the floor is very unsteady. There's cracked and broken wood and glass everywhere. You're having a really hard time just lifting her. She's wearing a very heavy, old-fashioned upper-class dress with a big, heavy corset, and she's just heavy and awkward to move.
Extremely fat.
No.
Morbidly obese.
Alison, you do have a little bit more time on your turn. Effectively, you have 2 actions on your turn. Would you like to try to move her again, or do you want to just leave her and save yourself?
I was gonna say, am I capable of... Richard, stop. My brain shoot. If I can, would I have time to get off myself?
Mm-hmm. If you succeed at moving her, you can both get off. If you fail, though, you'll be stuck until next turn, and you'll be at the edge of plummeting.
I'll give her another shot. If not, I'm jumping right off.
Okay. Alright, you manage to scoop her up in your arms, and you drag her with all your effort to the edge of the train. You throw her off into the snowy ground. Do you want to get off with her, or do you want to keep moving back through the train?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna jump off.
Okay, you jump off to safe. Very good. Alright, moving on. Carolyn, you're up. As your ears are ringing from the blast that from the 2 explosions that happened, and you're feeling very shooken up from the fact that you just narrowly escaped handing over that charge that blew the connection between the 2 train cars. You hear the sounds of a shotgun fire and a revolver fire, and you hear the sounds of people being shot in the dining car. What would you like to do?
Okay, so first off, I would like to bring the shield that I got on my back.
Mm-hmm.
That was on my back.
Yep.
Hold it. Also gonna go into the kitchen. Will there be any since I can't see what's going on, my idea is I just want to with distraction. So is there any meat or something that I could potentially throw at someone?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, sure. There's plenty of things. There's you could have a skillet, pans, food, whatever.
A pan.
Sure.
Let's go with the pan.
You grab a pan.
Yeah. So.
Want to make a agility roll?
To
throw it? Yeah.
Yeah, but first, who am I gonna be throwing it at? I guess. So through that door, is that something that is a full door or a half door? So can I see?
It's a full door that's currently open. You see that there's a small bar behind the bar. The cook Harold's kind of on the ground. You see Hogan standing up on the far side with a shotgun he's just fired. You see multiple men around him pointing guns at him in all pretty much about to
this
fire.
Person
Mhm.
here. Bad.
He
Okay, but
is,
the bartender person, he's fine.
Yeah,
He's not.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Can I throw the pan at him?
Sure,
So
go for it.
when you say agility,
Mm-hmm. That's a good hit. Yeah, you throw it at him, and the pan slams him in the side of the head, and he'll lose his action as he stumbles and staggers, and he cries out, "What in tarnation?" All right. Anything else, Carolyn?
for the meantime, I'm just gonna crouch behind my shield, but
Okay.
still so I can see what's going on.
Sure. So Hogan, you glance over your shoulder and you see Carolyn starting through the kitchen with this ancient, well, not ancient, but with this Indian, Native American Indian wooden shield in one hand, and she just throws a pan at one of the gunmen trying to shoot you. Right.
That's the kind of initiative I like to see.
Before Johnny's turn, the other guy is going to act, the top right bad guy in your guys' room. The closer one was going to act and try to point blank you with his shotgun, but he just got hit in the side of the head by a pan. So the other one's going to fire, and he's going to fire at you, Hogan. Because you just shot their boss, so. Should have been. Sorry, just let me roll a d6 as well, because I forgot to tick that. Nope, okay. He fires at you, but the shot goes wide. Oh, because... Sorry. Roll20 had you selected. So
Roll20,
Sorry,
huh?
Foundry had you selected, so it just rolls with whoever I've clicked on. Okay, he fires at you, and the shot goes wide, and then he moves forwards and he grabs his boss, and he tries to drag him outside to cover. The boss sputters and spurts at you, Phil.
Reginald, help us secure this treasure, and we will help you find your creature.
What is the treasure?
Well, Confederates and we're trying to get revenge against the Union. This treasure is a terrible secret they've held. I will explain more, but I'm bleeding from a shotgun blast.
Yeah. Okay, I'll help them.
Okay. Meanwhile, Johnny, up in the train car, Johnny, you are covered with cards, poker chips, cash, and the reporter has, in the train crash, has fallen on top of Avir, and she's looking around in alarm.
Well, I think it's safe to say this game has wrapped up, so I'm just gonna quickly sweep up my winnings and my cards and my dice and my poker chips and my everything.
As you do that, suddenly bursting through the doors above you is the mean conductor. He's holding a shotgun. He looks momentarily at you, and then he glances at the two nicely dressed people, one of which you've been playing with, the museum guy, and he points the shotgun at the museum guy. Michael, what are you doing?
Now, this here looks like a stick-up, and I'm not a fan of those looking to take money from my gambling partners. So maybe you better take a second thought about what you're doing, partner. I've pulled out my
So you're
guns and I'm pointing them at him.
quick drawing. So normally drawing a weapon is an action, but because Michael has quick draw holsters, because he's a gunslinger, can you make me a agility check with a +2 just to double check that you draw them without using an action?
Sure thing.
Wow, you actually failed. Oh no, never mind. So that would be a 5. Yep. So he quick draws at both of his revolvers, and the conductor looks at you, and he calls out,
You want a payday? Huh, gambler? Well, here's a payday. Join my crew and we can promise you $500. Shoot these two and we can go secure the treasure.
Now that's not very neighborly like of you, and perhaps if you'd made a better first impression, I'd be more willing to acquiesce to your
request.
kind invitation.
Acquiesce to your request, Michael. Come on. Alright. Anyways.
What?
Do you want to
What?
Do you want to shoot him?
Said. Yeah, I'm shooting him.
Okay. Are you going guns blazing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Who needs ammo?
Okay. Michael, do you want to make your first 3 attack rolls, or do you just want to make all 6?
I'll take 3 at a time,
Okay.
just in case he dies.
So Michael quick draws his 2 revolvers, dual wielding them, and he starts spraying bullets with his double actions.
That's me.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 buttons here, and one says 2d6 + 1, and the other says shoot him.
Press shoot him.
Okay.
There we go. Wait a minute. Is it working?
Very good.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. I'm sorry, Michael. Roll the shooting skill in your skills 3 times first. Sorry. Just
Okay.
that thing's for its damage. Sorry. Okay. Yep. That's a big hit. That's a hit. That's also somehow a hit. So it's 3 hits. Do you want to roll damage 3 times?
Sure. Am I clicking shoot him or 2d6
yeah.
+ 1?
Yeah, either one. They both actually accidentally do the same thing.
I
Okay.
like how it rolls 2 and then just a third one sometimes rolls in from the side.
Yeah, because if you roll a 6, Michael, that's the maximum on the die, so it automatically rolls additional die.
should take the first one he also did, which was a 14.
Sure. I'll take 14, 13, 5. Okay, there's a loud bang, bang, bang as he empties 3 rounds into the poor conductor, and the conductor drops dead.
Yeah, his head's gone.
Not even going to bother rolling to
Join my
to resist that, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 wounds. Even if he resists 1, he's still dead. So, all right.
Then I'll go back to sweeping up the piles of stuff on the table.
Okay. As you're doing that, the 2 nicely dressed people that he was pointing the shotgun at, both of them kind of throw off their jackets, and they both draw service pistols, and they start very quickly moving towards the back of the train.
There appears to be some trouble back there.
Yes.
Something was fishy about them.
Yes, we know. We're guarding the cargo they're trying to steal. Come on, Gunslinger. We could use your help.
Just, I'll hurriedly shove the rest into my bags, and yeah, I'll come with.
Okay. So, Reginald, you're up. You are currently on the ground. The guys tried to convince you to join them. There's a lot of gunfire.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
I would like to join them.
Okay. Phil's going to join them. Phil, you going to turn and shoot Hogan?
I am going to take cover behind one of these benches here.
Yeah.
And I am going to shoot at the cook. Because
Harold! What did
blimey,
Harold
he
do?
looks dangerous.
Okay. Alright.
But, yeah.
Oh no. Yep, that's definitely 2 successes. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, God.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes. So that's 4 successes, that's 4 wounds. Even if he succeeds 1, he's still dead.
He did. He just...
Carolyn, as you move into the room, Hogan pulls a shotgun out from under the bench, and he stands up and he says, "No one hurts my customers!" And then there's a resounding boom from a musket, and sorry, not Hogan. Harold's head just disintegrates into a bowl of smoke and blood. Goodbye, Harold.
I suggest the rest of you back off.
Hogan, Carolyn, how do you two respond?
So this guy on my left is dazed, right?
Yeah.
Guy on the right over there has a pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Reginald has a fucking musket.
Yep.
So I'm gonna pull my knife and go for Reginald.
Okay, let's
dog move.
let's draw some new initiatives here. So let me go next round.
You made a
Let's see.
mean pot pie.
I purposely shot him so I wouldn't kill you.
Where's it? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna remove Alison and re-add her because it keeps not adding Alison. Oh, Alison got the red joker. Okay. Alison, not only do you go first, you get a +2 to all rolls this turn. Because you got a joker. So, Alison, you're up first. What do you want to do?
I'm outside.
You're outside, and you hear the sounds of gunfire coming from the front of the train car. And you see stepping out of the train car, covered in soot and bleeding from his shoulder, carrying a revolver, is one of the train engineers. But you can tell that he's just been shooting at someone. You have a generally, you kind of get the impression from his face that he just shot his friends. And he looks over at you and he raises the revolver. You two, get out of here. What do you want to do, Alison?
I want to know what's happening.
What's happening is, me and my friends, we are getting some revenge on the Union, and we're making ourselves rich. So either you're with us, or you're getting out of our way, or we shoot you. Those are your options, lady.
I see. Yeah, I'm gonna draw my gun and shoot it.
Okay. Well, you definitely go first with your red jack. There's no way he ever will shoot you first, so. Yep, that is a hit because you have your +2. So that's a... I love that it actually automatically counts all of these things. Alright, so that would be... so that is 2 wounds. And he's already hurt, so if he doesn't make his vigor check, he will die. Let me see. Let me roll his vigor. He does make his vigor check, so you shoot him in the gut, and he keels over some, and then he kind of stands up and he raises the revolver towards you. Now your Derringer can fire twice, but he'll take the rest of your turn. Do you want to shoot him again?
Do it again.
Alright. Bang! Another shot rings out, and that is another hit. And roll damage. Okay, 2 + 2 is 4 damage. That is another wound. He will roll to resist that wound. Oh my god, he keeps succeeding. As another Derringer bullet gets buried in his stomach, he just starts limping forwards.
You shouldn't have done that, girlie.
As he moves towards you. Unfortunately, those... Actually, if you want, you can use a Benny point to re-roll your damage to see if you can do an additional wound, if you'd like to try.
Fuck it.
Okay. So, just roll damage again. Okay, that would be 2 wounds, so no matter what. As he inches towards you, saying, "That was a mistake, lady. He starts coughing up blood, and he slumps to the ground, dead. Alright. Moving on.
Can you imagine getting killed by a Derringer by like 50 feet?
And getting double shot in the fucking stomach. Alright.
Good shot, thank you.
That was a good shot. Hogan, you're up, followed by Sir Reginald. It's the duel of Phil and Richard. Hogan, are you rushing him with a knife?
I'm gonna roll common knowledge first. How long have we like actually been like traveling together?
Like 5 days.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm gonna roll common knowledge and just kind of make the assumption if he's actually with them.
I mean, he did just shoot the cook. He blew the cook's fucking head off, man.
And he made good bacon.
Uh-huh. And the cook was really nice.
The conductor wasn't, though.
No, but the conductor was part of the evil team. Phil,
Yeah, but they both worked for the train company.
are you committed to your actions?
I'm committed to finding the hippopotamus, and these
Okay.
guys claim to be able to help me find it.
Okay. Richard, he seems very keen on...
Do they even know
Helping
what
them.
the fuck that is?
It's like a
Alright.
chupacabra.
Well,
I'm rushing Phil with a buck knife.
Okay.
how about you, scum? Attach bayonets.
Oh boy. Okay, that is 1 success. Phil, you can attempt to parry because it is a melee attack.
Shall parry him with my musket. How do I
Right.
parry?
I imagine Phil holding the musket like a fencing sword.
Roll fighting.
Fighting, okay.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you do actually succeed in parrying because you each have an equal amount of successes. So you stab at him and the musket just sort of catches your knife. And the two of you are kind of struggling back and forth and back and forth.
This is
Richard.
like our own personal scene, like the from the first Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow versus what's his name, Orlando Bloom.
Yeah. But yeah, that was your two actions. You moved towards him and you tried stabbing him. Okay. Moving on. So,
Richard, what the fuck?
do you want to re-roll your attack to see if you can get additional successes? Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. That's still only one success. I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay. Unless you want to use more bennies.
All of them.
No. Moving on. Okay. Sir
I'm
Reginald.
using Ashlee's bennies.
Sir Reginald, it is your turn. I believe your musket is a reload 3, and you are kind of engaged in melee. But let me just double check that your musket is a reload 3. Your musket is a reload. Yes, it is a reload 3. So it'll take 3 actions to reload it because it is, a musket. So you just want to draw your knife and try to have a knife off.
Just a knife fight. Nobody wins in a knife fight, so nobody. Is there like a knockout mechanic in this game?
Yeah,
Like, just try and
if you
clog him
take
over the
someone to 3 wounds, you can with melee you can choose to not kill them.
Okay, well, I'm going to be the better man here, and I'm going to try and clock him over the head with my musket, the rifle.
Make a fighting roll then. Okay, that is 1 success. Richard, would you like to try to parry? Richard got a lot of successes. So unfortunately, Phil, you do not manage to inflict any damage as you two are just struggling back and forth and back and forth. Phil, you do have another action. With that action, do you want to try to hit him again? Do you want to try to wrestle him with athletics? Do you want to try to disengage? What do you want to do?
If I try and...
Piggly man on the wood floor.
What was that, sorry?
Wrestle the piggly man on the wood floor.
I don't know if I want to wrestle the big man. I think nobody's going to win in this fight. But if I do try to hit him again, is it going to go off his previous fighting check, or will he roll a new one?
He will roll it again.
Right. Okay. So the two guys outside to the north of me, they're still happy-go-lucky, right? They're still doing stuff?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do I have to do to disengage?
You can just move. There aren't attacks of opportunity.
Or anything?
No.
Okay, well, I'll move out here. How far can I move?
You can move your pace, because you're an old man, is 5. So you move 5 squares.
Okay.
You're an old man.
3, 4, 5. Sure.
Okay. You move out.
I collided with the wall. Okay. There we go.
Okay. Reginald.
Fuck you, peasant.
Reginald runs away from you, Harold. Alright.
You have scared him.
Sorry. And before Carolyn's turn, Carolyn, the guy that you hit with the frying pan is going to turn to you and try to shoot. Actually, you're at pretty much point blank range. He's going to try to stab you with a knife. This is not going to go well for him, I'm going to assume.
Well, he do have a shield. He's kind of got to get through. Uh-oh.
That's
even still.
So that is technically 3 successes. But
Isn't
what
that
is
Sir Reginald?
Oh, so no, that's because I have him selected. Sorry.
Good job,
but
Seth.
it's not.
Yeah, reroll, Seth. Come on.
It's fine. Your parry is 9, though, so that does take off the first 2 successes. So he only got a success of 1. So if you want, you can roll fighting to try to block his last success, Carolyn.
Okay. Why is my sheet all weird? Oh, they're loaded. Fighting.
Okay, that is one success. So you catch his blade with your shield. And that is it for his turn. Carolyn, it is your turn, followed by some more NPCs, and then Johnny. Carolyn, what are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot him with my... Wait, I got a shotgun, right?
Yeah, you got a
Yeah.
shotgun.
Let's go shoot.
In one hand, Carolyn has a Native American shield. In the other, she has a shotgun. She fires point blank range into the bandit.
Oh, was I meant to pick a range or not?
Okay, so that's the damage. So roll shooting
Oh, how
first.
do you... Okay, sorry.
Yep, no roll.
Can you imagine being in the Civil War and seeing someone holding a shield and a shotgun?
Okay, hold on, just let me fix the double barrel because I
That
know.
actually sounds so fucking badass.
Let's go. Okay, there you go.
Just
Alright.
mounted the shotgun on the corner of the shield like a spear, just charging.
So a 4 is a success, so you may roll damage. You just click on the double barrel, then just click 3d6.
You don't want to count the other one I just rolled?
No. Okay, that's a lot of damage. That's 4 successes. He's dead even if he makes a saving throw. Alright, well.
Very good.
You shoot him, bang, in the chest, and his chest just explodes, and his stomach is just ripped open, and he collapses in a pool of blood. Alright. Anything else, Carolyn? You have one more action.
I'm just gonna just hide again, the same behind my shield.
Okay. She takes cover. Alright. Johnny, before your turn, beside you, Hogan, the guy with the revolver is gonna shoot you.
Can I parry him with a knife?
I mean, it is point blank range, so if he misses, you do get the opportunity to counter stab him,
Oh,
yes.
gorgeous. Oh.
So he did get a success. So I'll roll damage. Oh. So that'd be 2 successes on damage. So there'll be 2 wounds, but you can roll. So you have 2 options here.
I just clicked it before you said that, so.
So you have 2 options here. You only have one reaction. You can either use your reaction to stab him, or you can use it to try to resist the damage with your vigor. You can also use a Benny to get a resist roll without using an action. So you could do both if you use up a Benny.
Did I get the... Oh, no, I used that Benny. So, yeah, I'll use another Benny and I'll stab him.
Okay. Do you want to take that vigor roll to resist a wound, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you take 1 wound, and then you stab him. That is a hit. You roll damage on your Bowie knife. That's two wounds. You stab him he fires. Boom! The shot it rips through your shoulder as you bury your blade in his heart. All right.
Well, he's fucking dead.
He is. All right. Moving on. Let's see. Man, I'm running out of bad guys for you guys to shoot. You guys might be done pretty shortly here. All right, Johnny, you're up.
All right. Well, looks like this posse is headed down to the back of the train.
Mm-hmm.
I can walk 3, 4, 5 inches, 6 inches. Wow, amazing.
No, Michael, you have a pace of 6. You can move 6.
6 inches.
Yes.
So I'm gonna open this door and look and see if I can figure out just what all this shooting
You
and
see
hullabaloo
two
is
men.
going on.
One of them's very badly hurt, and the other one's trying to very quickly patch the wounded one up. Both of them look like pretty rough dirtbags. Do you want to 3-shot each of them?
Well, they look like rough dirtbags, but are they rough dirtbags?
I don't
That's
know,
the real
Michael.
question.
Do you want to ask them?
I don't suppose any of you know who might be responsible for interrupting my nice poker game with a train robbery.
You'd like money, right? My employers will pay you $5,000 if you help us get the Aztec.
On delivery or collection?
On delivery, what do you think?
So you don't have the money on you now.
No, but my employer has it when we bring him the Aztec.
Just who might your employer be?
Shoot that old asshole with the white beard, and I'll promise you the cut for everyone who's died. It'll be closer to $10,000.
I'm gonna look at the old asshole in the white beard.
You see Richard.
Does he have anything to say about any of all this?
Hogan, do you have anything to say?
They shot Harold!
You're Harold, aren't you?
I'm Hogan!
You're Hogan. Oh.
I've made that mistake, don't worry.
Who now?
I'm just gonna scream, he started it!
I just want to have a nice, peaceable life where I can get by with a nice game of cards, and somebody went along and interrupted that, and I don't take too kindly. Also, this train is in a bit of a predicament, and I actually want to get to California sometime soon, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to decline your offer. And I'm gonna empty both pistols into both of them.
Big oof.
Double aim.
Alright.
Let's go 3 in the first guy.
Yeah. Michael, roll badly. Let my bad guys live. That's a miss. That's a hit. That's 1 hit. Okay. Can roll damage twice for the first guy. It's a wound.
I just loved the way on the 3rd dice.
That's because it waits to see if you got a critical success.
Yeah, but it's very funny to me to have 2 dice roll and then suddenly, like, as if they forgot, the 3rd dice comes in from the side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's too many wounds for him to possibly resist. So you bury shots into the bandit leader. And then for the second
other
guy,
guy?
oh shit. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, those are all, I think those are all hits. Yep, those are all hits. Get bonus
Okay.
damage on the first roll. Okay, that's 2 wounds. Holy fuck. That's 6 wounds, that's 7 wounds. Yeah, there's no way he can resist that many wounds. Yeah, he's dead too. Just empty.
Just hear what sounds like a chain gun firing.
Uh-huh. You have emptied 1 revolver and the other one is half, by the way.
Awkward cowboy. No one interrupts my poker game. Just
Now I'm gonna have
jellified
to walk all the way.
criminals.
Now I'm gonna have to walk all the way to California. This isn't.
I was
no
up
fun at all.
$3.
I don't care to get involved with train robbery. I'm already wanted enough. Yeah, that'll be my turn then, I guess. I think that's all my actions I can take.
Yeah. All right. You guys have kind of killed all the bandits, and they didn't kill a single one of you, much to my disappointment. Question, Phil, do you wish to continue this combat, or do you wish to make a parlay?
I'll make a parlay.
Hogan, will you accept the parlay?
Sniffle. I'd say fine.
He was caught up in the moment. Alright.
He
Yeah,
shot a man
man.
in the face.
Caught up in the moment!
Look, it's the
The
Wild
last
West,
time
these
I
things
was
happen.
caught up in the moment, I bought 12 donuts. Phil just killed a man.
Not just 5 donuts, but 12.
You know, Your Honor, I was caught up in the moment. I didn't mean to stab him 37 times.
Yeah, I got a bit carried away, but let's be real, he probably deserved it.
He did not have his food handler's permit.
Exactly, he wasn't following OH&S.
Didn't even wash his hands before making that meal.
Alright. With that, the rest of you disembark from the train as the train slowly grinds its way off the edge of the cliff, unless there's any ideas anyone has. Currently the front 2 cars are gone.
I don't really... Yeah, I don't really have anything that could, like... damage one of the train, like, car wheels to stop it, so...
Just shoot the latch, just keeping the carts together.
Called momentum.
No,
Yeah.
throw a rock.
Yeah, Ashlee's
Oh, yeah.
got it. You could disconnect the train cars.
Pick one of those logs you shove it between. Who knows?
I guess I'll disconnect the I guess the last one. The rest are just like passenger cars.
How you gonna power that? By the way.
Not
Oh.
Yeah, that way I can loot the corpses.
What?
So, with Alison's advice, you guys disconnect the train cars and pull the emergency brakes on them. So you guys keep the back 2 train cars with the kitchen
I'm just
and everything.
gonna casually sidle into the vault's car.
The vault car
Or at
you
least
see
cargo
has
was
rolled
blown up and-
about 50 feet down the track.
Oh,
were there
I'll just, casually wander
Bad guys
over,
in that?
You go
wander over that way.
You guys start wandering towards it, and you see a shape kind of climb out of it.
A sheep.
A shape.
Oh,
Climb out of where?
The storage train car. Gonna group you guys all up and move you to the other.
Is it the hippopotamus?
Yes, Phil.
My god. Will I have
reload
reloaded my
beast.
musket by now?
Yes, you can all reload your weapons.
I would like to aim my musket at the creature.
Okay. As you aim it at the creature, you see that the creature grows to about 10 feet tall as it climbs out of the side of the train.
Sweet Jesus.
Sweet
The
Jesus.
biggest elephant I've ever seen.
Just scale it. There we go. As you
What the
see
fuck?
it sloshing
I
out of
believe
the
that is
back
Stranger Things.
of the car, you see a mess of dead bodies that have been merged together, carrying
that
knives
doesn't
and
look profitable at
handguns.
all.
And you see slumping out after it 2 what looks like can only be described as zombies following it. and you hear a voice chittering and chattering from the train as it calls out something. And then the creatures start slowly moving towards your group. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna go to the train car where that voice is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Over there?
Yep.
Over there?
You can open it. Yep. You open the door and you see that the box has been torn open, and you see standing on top of the box is a creature. The creature wears, let's see, you token artwork. Show players. There you go. You see what looks like and can only be described as an Aztec mummy. He wields a glowing golden dagger, and as he holds it up, the zombies move faster towards your group. He looks over at you, Richard, and he chatters.
I think I should reload my gun now.
You already have.
What is the Colt Thunderer? Is that a rifle or a pistol?
The Colt Thunderer is a pistol, I'm pretty certain. Yes.
Well, is this medium range for a shotgun?
So the shotgun's range is 12, so it can definitely hit him at close range. Do you guys want to engage in combat?
Yup.
All
You
right.
didn't even have to ask me. I would have shot first.
It's called, Richard, initiative. So does anyone want to flee the battle with the Aztec zombie horde, or does everyone want to stay and fight it?
I'll blast a couple shots at it.
Okay.
That there doesn't seem quite natural.
All right, Carolyn, you're up first.
Oh, just as I didn't want to go first. Because I don't quite know what to do. I mean, like, from where I'm standing, like, what can I really hit?
Well, from there you can just sort of see the Aztec zombie as the doors here are open. You can see the big blob of about 10 humanoid corpses that have been merged, mushed, and sculpted together through dark magic. And you see two just standard zombies following.
Right, so what is moving quickest towards us?
The blob is moving the slowest. The two side zombies will probably reach you on their turn. They seem to be moving pretty quickly. You don't know what the Aztec mummy is going to do.
Yeah. Alright, would I be able to shoot, like, one of the zombies?
Mm-hmm.
But with what? Well, obviously, there's on. Wait, what range is on a shotgun?
The shotgun goes 12, so it can hit. If you
Can hit?
you measure it, that's only 9. So yeah.
Okay. Cool. Or what's the range of the? What would be better?
The Derringer has far less range. The shotgun would
Alright,
be
we'll
better.
do shotgun.
Okay.
So that's under shooting.
Yep.
Nope. That didn't.
You take aim and you fire. There is a miss. Do you want to use a penny to re-roll it? Or do you want to just take the miss?
I'll just take the miss and have my shield out.
Okay. And you hide behind your shield. Alright. Up next, Alison.
Oh wait,
Yep.
isn't with the double tap?
Oh yes, it is double tap, so that would give you a +1. Sorry. So that would be a hit, because that would be a 4. Thank you. Yep. So that is a hit. A 4 is a hit, so you can roll damage. So you fire both barrels. Pew, pew. That's +1 damage, so that's 8 damage. These shots ring out, and the shotgun pellets spread out and crisscross into the zombie. The zombie limps forward slowly. Let me see if he resists those wounds. He resists 1, so he takes 1 wound. Alright. And then you take cover?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Allison, you're up. What do you want to do?
I suppose I'll have my pistol out, but I want to shoot the mummy.
The mummy? Alright. You want to move up and
Like-
get a shot on the mummy?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to stay out here where the zombies are, or do you want to move over and follow Richard into the train car?
Probably with Richard.
Okay. Move over and join him in his view into the train car. The Aztec mummy is crouching spider-like as it looks at you.
Oh!
That is a hit. Your little derringer shot rings out. And that is a wound against the Aztec mummy. The shot slams into his shoulder, breaking off some rotten skin and flaking both flesh and armor. And a few chunks of a bone sort of float into the air. But he seems to, let's see, does he care? He does not really care. Alright. Anything else? That was a move and a shoot. Do you want to say anything, Alison?
Oh, we might want to aim for the head.
Very good. Alright. The Glom's turn. The Glom begins slowly lurching forwards, its big mess of body parts slouching as they move towards your party. And they're going to take...
way too close for comfort.
They're going to take 2 shots at Gentleman Johnny. Gentleman
Maybe they can
Johnny?
Shoot.
Yes, some of their arms are carrying guns.
Good golly.
Actually, 1 shot at Gentleman Johnny, and then 1 shot at Carolyn. Let's see. So the one against Johnny hits, and the one against Carolyn also hits. Oh, actually, wait, Carolyn, you've got... They are at -2, right? Because of your armor. I mean, your shield.
Mhm.
So that would be instead a 4. Nope, sorry. That a 6 minus 2 is still a 4. So that does hit. Okay, so they hit both of you. So let's see. This is for Michael's damage. Okay, Michael, that is no wounds. And this is
Yay.
Miranda's damage. Let's actually roll it. Okay, that'd be 1 wound. Do you want to roll Vigor, Miranda? See if you can resist it. Oh my Jesus. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, you can stop rolling.
I only rolled once.
I know, but the game was just like success, success, success. Yeah, okay, no, you take no wounds from it. Alright. And it continues to move forwards. Johnny, you're up. Hogan, you're up next.
Alright, well, I'm gonna be shooting for individual heads out of this weird monster that's approaching me. From a safe distance. But if there was time to unload, it would be now.
It's gonna be a lot of bang, 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 bangs here, huh? Jesus Christ, Michael! How do you roll 2 10s in a row on D10s?
The screen is like just full of your dice.
5 and 6.
Michael empties every bullet that he has. That's 1 success, 1 really big success, 1 medium success. Okay, 3 normal successes, 1 big success, and 1 medium success. So roll damage 5 times.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds. Jesus.
Can I change my character real quick?
You empty shots into it, and you blow off 2 bodies from its collection of about 10 corpses, but it's still coming.
This thing doesn't seem to obey the natural laws of bullets.
Hogan, you're up.
I don't trust anything that doesn't go down with a hail of bullets.
All right. Bada bing.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that was
That
no.
was
That's shooting. That's yeah.
yeah. Okay. Alright, you are wounded, so you get a -1. But that is a hit. And that is some good damage. So you're just firing at him with your shotgun. The shotgun blast rings out, boom, and the pellets strike into him, ripping into him. So let's see, that'd be 1 wound he has to roll against. Let's see. He shrugs off the damage, but he looks at you, Hogan, and he holds up his golden dagger. Anything else, Hogan?
Yup.
Yup.
Pistol time. Never mind.
The shot goes wide. I don't know how to tell you. That's a critical failure. So the gun jams. You point the revolver at him and you click, and the hammer strikes the bullet, but nothing happens.
It's just too bad.
Gotta take an action to unjam it. Alright.
Never buy guns from Walmart.
The Aztec's turn. The Aztec leaps at you, Hogan. Brandishing his golden dagger, he brings it down on you. Roll. Would you like to try parrying?
Sure.
Okay. That's a no. Do you want to use a Benny?
Sure.
You can roll it again. Okay, that is a success. Unfortunately, with an 8, he does have 2 successes though.
I don't get the 5 + 5 = 4.
So how it works is you roll a d8 and a d6, and you take whichever one's higher.
Okay.
So you take a 5 and then -1 because you're wounded. Do you want to use any more bennies, or shall I roll damage?
How much health do I have?
You have everyone.
Just 3 wounds.
Yep, everyone just has 3 wounds.
Okay.
I mean,
you
you
got
can.
2 successes and I blocked 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll damage.
So that'd be 1 wound. You can roll vigor to resist it, but no.
Yeah.
So it's 1
That was
more
an 8.
more wound.
It's just a worn dice. It looks like a 3.
Yeah. So that's another wound as the golden dagger strikes into your shoulder, cutting through cloth. You feel dark poison dripping off of it. Alright. That's the Aztec's turn. Sir Reginald, you're up. Carolyn, you're the next player after the zombies. Reginald, what are you doing?
Reginald isn't sure. He's dead, Jim.
He is dead. Rip Phil. Ashlee, I've given you and Richard control over Phil's character sheet.
Very well. See. I
He has
don't know,
a
he'd probably
musket.
say something like tally ho,
Uh-huh.
and then he'd go for a snipe on the Aztec, the ghoul.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fine. That is a hit. A loud shot rings out. That's some good damage. Where's the Aztec? Let's see if the Aztec resists the wound. The Aztec does. As the shot strikes the Aztec mummy,
Isn't that
you
2
see...
wounds?
Oh yes, actually. Thank you. So the Aztec resists 1 wound, and you see from within the Aztec's mouth a bright green glow, and you see all the damage you guys have inflicted to the Aztec this turn heal. As the body rebuilds itself.
When with my shotgun, didn't I give him 3 wounds then?
You did. He's healed all of them.
And he got a 7 though.
Mm-hmm. So he resisted 1, and then his magical gem healed the others.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Magical gem, you say?
Yes.
Reginald perks up. Treasure!
Alright, does Reginald want to move so he's not within melee range of the Glom next
Yes.
What ho, tally forth, old chap smashing.
turn? Okay. Moving on. The zombies' turns. The zombies lurch forwards, charging. They don't get within range.
Wait, isn't one of them should be walking slower, Seth, because he's wounded? Yes.
Fine. Are you happy now?
Yes.
Okay. Next round. Du-du-du-du-du-du. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
The Aztec got the blackjack. Richard. I'm sorry, the Aztec draws his knife and he goes for your heart. And he calls out, if you could understand Aztecian, because I don't actually know what the Aztec's language is, he would be chanting, your heart, it beats, it bleeds, your heart I will feast upon.
So he's chanting Kalima.
Yeah. Yeah. Which Miranda doesn't get because she hasn't seen. So he's gonna stab you, Richard. I'm very sorry, Richard. If this kills you, I'm very sorry. I'm not actually, because that's a one shot, but you know. Oh.
Oh, I thought that was a 0, then I realized there's not actually a 0 on there. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Okay, so he gets a bonus 3 to wounds. Let's see. +3, and what's his strength again? Oh, fuck. I'm very sorry, Richard. I don't think you can resist that much damage.
Now the real question is, can I use a Benny point to use an action before I
Sure.
die?
Sure. How many Benny points does your character have left?
1,
Okay,
I think.
Yeah, sure. You can use it. And I'll be nice. You can have 2 actions. As he plunges his golden dagger into your heart, you can have 2 actions. What do you want to do?
Bowie knife to the mouth.
Bowie knife to the mouth? Okay. I was going to say that'll be a hard check, but you did get a decent roll. So that does hit. So that was only going to be a -2, which would still be a 5. So you do hit. You stab the Bowie knife into his jaw. And that is a wound. You stab it through his jaw. The jaw crumbles like dust. It feels like you're cutting through dried toilet paper. And as his jaw crumbles, you see sewn into the bottom of his tongue is this little green emerald. And you cut through his tongue and you rip it out. And the tongue just goes flying and it lands behind you, Alison. But as you do this, your heart stops beating. The blade.
Hey, I thought you said I had 2 action.
Okay, yeah, sure. What's the other action?
Can I sprint and dive into the box with him on me?
I see you want to drag him with you
Cage?
into the cage? Sure. Sure, you can try. Make a either roll athletics or just strength. Either one's fine.
Strength is higher.
Okay, you grab him and you drag him with you into the box. And as you slump into the box dead with him on top of you. Okay. Moving on.
God, I have
Carolyn.
a backup character.
I know, right? Carolyn, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move back. And then I'm going to try and shoot the whatever that thing was called.
The glom. It's called a
Yes. That's
The
the
glob
word.
grab glab.
glom. It's a glom, Mike.
The glom glab glab.
With the double tap.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so you fire both shots, so that's an 8. So that is a bonus +1 to wounds, yep. Because you succeeded by an additional 4. So that is...
I'm gonna have to reload my screen. It's bugging out again.
Aww. Yep. The wounds strike it, and the glom staggers a little bit, but it keeps moving forward.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna go buy my shield again.
Okay. The zombies' turns. Alison. A zombie comes running from around the corner straight at you, and it throws itself at you, trying to grapple you, trying to pin you, so it can start eating you.
The zombie's trying to grapple you.
Oh, shoot its face.
She's shooting it in the face.
Okay.
Oh, actually, it's his turn. Never mind.
It's his turn, but if she wants to use a Benny, I'll let her interrupt it and shoot it as it runs at her.
Or could she use strength to try and like parry it?
Yeah. Yeah, she can parry it. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's only 1 success, and it got 2. The zombie, you throw up your arms and you try to ward off the zombie, but the zombie knocks you to the ground, and it tries to, and it goes to bite you. Let's see.
Oh my god, I have all this clothing on. It could never penetrate me.
That's 1 wound. Do you want to roll bigger to try to resist it?
Sure.
Okay, you do resist the 1 wound as the zombie starts gnawing on your shoulder. You feel pain, but it's not really getting through all your thick clothes. At the other zombie, 1, 2, 3, 4, moves towards you, Carolyn. But that's it for it, because it's wounded. Hogan's dead. Rip Hogan. Alison, you're up. Johnny, you're up next.
Now I get to shoot it in the head.
You can try. It is on top of you, so you'll suffer a -2 because it's a very hard shot. But actually, no. Sorry, your Derringer is so tiny that you don't suffer negatives in melee. Just go for it.
It's like, oh.
That's a hit. You point blank the zombie with your Derringer for not terribly much damage.
Point blank deserves a +1.
Sure, 1 wound. I'll roll for the zombie to see if it resists. It does. You shoot it, but the zombie does not care.
I mean, there's 2 shots in it, right?
Yeah, if she wants, she can fire again. Mm-hmm. That's a hit. It's also very...
Again, it is
very...
point blank.
Okay, it does fail to resist that wound. So the zombie is shot in the chest and suffers 1 wound. Alright. That's Alison's turn. Johnny, you're up. Johnny, things are not looking good. You have 3 shots in each revolver. What are you doing?
Well, I think I should go backwards.
Off the map? Sure. Sure, go
Off
for
the
it.
map.
Off the map. He's fleeing, guys. He's abandoning you.
How much range do these things have? 12, 24, 28.
So 12 is the optimum range.
That's 12.
I will like to point out, if you critically miss, you will hit Miranda as she is between you and it.
Okay. Fine. I won't move as. Ooh, should probably. I won't move as far. Instead, I will. Let's see. If I'm here.
Oh, in a recent patch, Miranda, they added an undo move, this character's movement for this turn button, so I can
that's a
always
good idea.
return you guys to where you started from on your turn. It's very cool.
And then I'm gonna fire. I'm gonna unload again.
Also, I would like to let Richard and Ashlee know that the software does support animated ranged attacks and sound effects on attack rolls. I just didn't bother setting them up for the one shot. But just for the future, ranged attacks will look cool. That's all.
Okay.
Anyways, so that is, oh my god, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, Michael, but 1 critical failure.
Oh, that's no good. Oh well.
At least you moved. Otherwise, that could have been bad for
Yeah.
me.
I don't know why I pointed that out. I should have just let him accidentally hit you.
Crack shot like me never. Never misses his shot. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's 5. Well, that's my damage.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. Yeesh, Michael. Alright, let me roll
pretty happy.
vigor for this thing. It doesn't resist any wounds. You shoot it. You empty all of your revolver rounds into it, and the Glom dies.
The Gobgo Glab Glab.
The Glom dies. Glom's turn. Glom's dead. Sir Reginald, it's your turn, Sir Reginald. What are you doing?
Sir Reginald, see the gem?
Mm-hmm. Sir Reginald does see the gem.
He's gonna run up to it and rifle butt it and destroy it.
Okay.
Was your strength?
Yep.
Or do I even need to roll for it? Yeah.
Well, you are breaking a gem. That's a big success. Yeah. You smash it. There's a loud crunching sound, and there's a puff of green smoke. And the gem disintegrates. As the gem
Alright.
breaks, the Aztec zombie straightens up, and it looks at you, and it howls. And it stops as it's struggling to breathe, and you see its chest, where its heart is beating, but at a fluctuating rate. It's going boom, 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 boom. And the Aztec starts slowly trying to move towards you guys. That was your one action, Sir Reginald. What are you doing with your other action?
He's gonna musket the zombie right in front of him.
Okay. That's a hit. That's a big damage. Even if the zombie succeeds, it's still dead.
Well, while Sir Reginald is staring the Aztec in the eye, he just hip fires the zombie in the head.
The zombie's brain explodes, causing blood to fall all over Alison, and the zombie's corpse slumps. Alright. Next round, I do have an additional creature to add to the initiative, though. As the Lom's corpses disintegrate, you see crawling out of it is a giant looking spider.
Why did you have to involve spiders, Seth?
It was either that or snakes.
Yeah, I'll be fine with snakes.
Let me just move it up to the thing's corpse. And let's go next turn.
Really, the Aztec got another... I know that's a jack, not a joker.
Yeah,
Oops.
that would have been very bad. So crawling out of the corpses is this big, about 8 foot wide spider with big pincer-like tentacles in the front. Sir Reginald, you're up first.
He has to reload the musket,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
It takes three actions.
So that's his entire turn to reload.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Muskets are very slow.
Yeah, he'll do that.
Okay. The Aztec's turn. The Aztec reaches down, rips out Hogan's heart, and shoves it into his own chest. Now he has 2 beating hearts, and he charges forward.
Stab me in the heart?
Yeah, and he rips it out with black
So
magic.
he rips out my mangled heart?
Yeah.
Well, it's better than ripping out your dick.
The Aztec has 2 dicks and comes at you.
All right, the Aztec charges
decide
up
which
to
one.
you, Alison, but it doesn't take a turn because it's already used its actions. The Husker's turn. Carolyn, the Husker, scurries along the ground up to you, and it goes to bite you with its pincers.
Mm-hmm, I bet it does. Does it take into consideration the shield?
Yes, because of that, it does not succeed. It bites onto your shield, trying to scurry around it, trying to scurry past it. You find these big insectoid legs are trying to crawl around the shield to get it at you, but it doesn't succeed. Zombie's turn, and then Carolyn, you're the next player. Followed by Johnny, and then Alison. Let's see, 1, 2, 4. Okay, the zombie runs up to Sir Reginald. And it lunges at Sir Reginald. Gotta admit, more of you are alive than I was expecting, and it fails. Alright. Carolyn, you're up.
Alright, what I want to do, since it's like hanging on to the shield,
Yep.
I want to drop the shield, and I know this will probably destroy it, but shoot, I know what's better, shoot it or whack it? Probably whack it with the pickaxe.
If you want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what would I roll?
Roll fighting. That is a hit. And then hold on, just let me fix the pickaxe's damage. 1 second. Okay. If you roll the pickaxe's damage, you should roll damage now. That's 2 wounds against the Husker. The Husker's going to try to resist. Ooh, it resists 1 wound. So you deal 1 wound to it. As you flip your shield on the ground, you bring your pickaxe down, you stab it, but it manages to just scurry a little bit to the side, and you just stab it through one of its legs, wounding it, but not killing it.
Can I do? And I got one more thing.
Yeah.
Am I able to grab my shield and move? Or just move. Like.
Just
is
move.
it-
Drawing a weapon is an action.
Okay, I am going to move over here.
Okay. Hide behind your friends. Perfect. Johnny, you're up. There's a big spider on a target. Do you want to drop your 2 revolvers and quick draw your next 2?
Pretty much, yep.
Okay. Like an anime cowboy, he discards his revolvers like Reaper from Overwatch,
Is that
reaches
it?
to his belt and draws 2 more. Yes, that is it, Michael.
That's it. Oh,
It was inside the glom. Michael runs away more.
Look, it's pressing S and left click.
Mm-hmm. No, I really needed to have things focus Michael and murder him sooner. He's doing too much damage. You know? Oh my god, a fucking 27?
How's
Okay.
it going, Seth?
Oh, you also got another critical failure. Is there anyone within the accidental line of damage? Let's see. No. Sadly, there's no friends you can accidentally hit. Alright, I'm not even going to ask you to roll because you got a 27, which would be plus, like, 8 damage. So that'd be 2 wounds automatically, and Miranda's already wounded it once, so it's dead.
I don't like giant spiders. Things ain't natural in this part of the world.
So Reginald might be happy. There's a giant spider he can now take. He just didn't kill it. Speaking of which, Alison, it's your turn. The Aztec has moved up to you, Alison. He's holding his dagger over his head. He's ready to strike it down at you. What do you want to do? You see in its chest the beating heart of your friend Hogan. Oh, anyone else having Ashlee lag?
Seth?
Hello? There we go. That was weird.
Okay. Ashlee had asked if it made the thing stronger.
It seems to be keeping it alive.
She's gonna shoot it in the heart.
Okay, go for it.
Now a double success. Damage at 8 would be 2 wounds. That was a double success.
Mm-hmm. I think our internet might be dying because my Discord's dying again.
Yeah. And Michael left too.
Well, is Discord working?
Yeah, I'll actually might be at Discord maybe.
Maybe Discord's
Yeah,
dying.
I can hear you guys fine, so I don't know. Maybe
I
it's
don't
just
know.
Even showing pictures, no.
I got 14 milliseconds, so it's not me.
Technical
I'm just gonna roll damage.
difficulties. Yeah, just roll damage. Just roll damage. Just kill it. Just kill it, Richard. No.
I roll 18 once.
Just keep using bennies till it's dead.
Yes. There's 7 there.
I'm not even seeing any rolls, so I'll just trust that you hit it
Okay.
and did a wound.
Was a 3,
Uh-huh.
Benny 7.
Okay. Alright. Alison points her little derringer, fires into its chest. The heart explodes and the Aztec dies.
Nice.
I can't even mark it as dead. I think. Oh, wait, hold on. My ping's back. Test. Okay. Okay, we're fine now. Maybe. Anyways, Alison shoots it in the chest. The Aztec's beating heart disintegrates and it collapses to the ground, dying. At the same time, the zombie collapses too.
Collapses dead.
Yes.
Just wanted to clarify.
Collapse is dead. And with that, the haunting monster is coming round the mountain fall. Only with Hogan's corpse. It's been a while since I murdered you, Richard.
It has. Typically, it's Ben.
I know, I'm surprised. It's sad Ben isn't here.
Yeah, that's the reason I died.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been Ben.
Mm-hmm. It's such a shame.
Because the only time I die is when Ben or Jared kills me.